Welcome to the lesson 6.07, recording factors that influence solubility. Let's start with a warm-up. What is it called when no more solute can be dissolved in the solvent? A, suspension. B, solubility. C, saturated. D, solution. E, still working on it. After you have placed in your answer, please be sure to have your paper and pencil handy to take notes. I hope you chose C, saturated. If not, please go in and review the last couple of lessons in your notes to make sure you have that word and its meaning available to you. Motivational moment, repeat after me. I can do this. I know you can. It might not be easy. It might be okay. It might be really easy for you. It doesn't matter how you feel about the material. It's more about your belief that you can do it. So choose to do this. Objective today is to demonstrate how various factors influence solubility, including temperature, pressure, surface area, and the nature of the solute and solvent. We can show that we've mastered our material by getting 80% or higher on our practice or graded quizzes, and then 70% or higher on our tests. Be looking at review questions 8 through 11. Review on solubility. Based on your notes, what is solubility? So some examples of solubility might be measuring how much sugar will dissolve into 100 grams of water. That could be a good example. Every substance has its own solubility, and as we learned in our I can statements, they can be influenced by several different things. When we're talking about a saturated solution, maybe you've been in this situation before where you add some sugar to a drink and the first time you add too little, and so it's not enough, and so then you add more. Well, think about what happens if you keep adding that sugar. Add sugar, stir, add sugar, stir, add sugar, stir. And eventually at some point it's going to become saturated. It goes from dilute at the very beginning, where we just added a little bit of sugar, all the way to very concentrated. If we keep adding that sugar, then no more solute can dissolve in the solvent. The sugar is the solute. A solvent is the water that we're adding it to, or maybe your Kool-Aid or whatever we're adding sugar to. It could be an iced tea like is pictured here. So when no more solute can dissolve into the solvent, then the solution is saturated. It goes back to our warm-up question. If you add any more, what you see is a precipitant down at the bottom. Here in this picture, you can see that there is some precipitant here in the bottom. So once a solution has reached its saturated point, then no more of the solute can dissolve, so it will start to collect down at the bottom of the container. So vocabulary words, we have this idea of saturated and also participate. So it's settling out at the bottom. And there's some pictures to help you understand and use these terms. You might want to pause and take notes or write down key ideas, look at pictures to make sure you understand saturated and precipitate. All right, so we're going to look at those factors that affect solubility. Before we look at those factors, we want to also look at the rate of solution and what it is measuring. I'm going to share with you some information to help you look for these things, but to solve these questions and answer our study guide questions 8 through 11, we need to be prepared to take some notes and make sure we understand the rate of solution. To help us do this, you can go into your course page. You'll want to go into your reading. Here's a picture of page 10 that collects a summary of what we're learning, and there are reading pages before that. There's also a video to go with this on the factors that affect solubility. This video is about 4 minutes long, really good, has lots of great pictures in there. And you can then use that to help you answer these questions. All right, so let's do a quick check-in. What does the rate of a solution measure? If the rate of solution increases, then the solute will dissolve, fill in the blank. Which factor does not affect the rate of solubility? All right, so with the rest of your time, what you need to do is finish your reading for 6.07, take notes on those study guide questions, then go in and take the quiz, the practice quiz that's there. Remember that you are preparing to take the Unit 6 test, which will be coming up on Thursday. Make sure you're completing all your late work, missing work, low grades work. Redo it and submit it. Please remember, if you're a late add student, you still have to make up certain things. Check that grades tab if you want to pass. Make sure everything is at 60% or better. We always recommend 70 to give ourselves that cushion. Rate, now that you've gone through this material, how you feel about your understanding of the factors that influence solubility. If you're struggling, go back in and watch that video, read the course again. Go through, make sure you can answer those study guide questions well. And then your attendance code word will be given to you in the feedback here. If you have any questions or concerns, then please let us know, and we will see you next time. Have a great day. Keep on working in that course. I know you can do it.